Dan.
Yes, darling.
So, I've been wondering, we've been seeing each other for a while now.
Okay.
And my parents have been asking, especially when I go out like this. I had to tell them I'm going to the dad's place. And that's a lie. And you know how much I hate to lie.
What exactly is your point in all this?
I want you to come see my parents.
See your parents?
Yes.
I'm not ready for marriage yet. Besides, not as if we have dated for long or something like that.
Calm down. I'm not telling you to come and marry me. I'm just telling you to come see my parents so that they will know who you are. And I'll stop lying to them whenever I come and visit you.
Well, just so you know, I'm not ready for marriage.
Meeting a partner's parents is a milestone in any intimate relationship for both parties involved. As it is said, you can only get a chance to make a first impression. And first impression, let's say, matters a lot. My name is Johnny and I welcome you to Hot Button today. I have with me in the studio.
I'm Folakemi, ADEJUWON.
And I am Omotayo, ADELEKE.
All right, guys, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It is such a delight to have you guys join us today. And today we are going to be looking at the topic, meeting a partner's parents in a relationship. What does that mean to you?
Well, meeting a partner's parents in a relationship, I'm looking at it from a perspective, probably they are ready to get married. Maybe that is just what you're talking, because in a relationship, I'm hoping it's not dating relationship. Because if it's dating relationship, I'm not for it. I mean, there's no point meeting your parents if we are not about to actually tie the knot. Yeah.
Wow, before I ask, I have a pressing question I would love to ask you, but before then, let me hear from Ty. What's your impression about
Okay, well, meeting a parent, relationship is of 3 stages.
Okay.
We have the dating, we have the relationship itself, and then we have the courtship.
Mm.
So, when it comes to dating as a guy, why not? I can actually allow you to meet my parent. Because I can allow you to meet my parent.
Okay.
Because even if we are friends, you can meet my parent on a neutral ground. You can come to my house, okay, meet my parent. And stepping further to relationship, okay, I can actually be whispering to my mom's head, okay, this is the person coming to our house, this is the person I'm trying to spend the rest of my life with. That's when it leads to courtship. And through that, you can actually meet them. And the first person she will meet is my mom. Because I'll be a bit closer to her. Yeah.
Why would that be? Why would she meet your mother first?
Thank you. Because she will be having a good rapport with my mom.
Okay, because they are of the same gender.
They are of the same gender.
Oh, great.
Thank you. They were having a good rapport. So when it's mom will now take it to the eye judge, which is the dad. That okay, fine. Your boy has seen someone that he think he can actually spend the rest of his life with, and
wow. Okay, now going by what he said, would you, if you happen to introduce him to your parents, would he meet your father first?
In this case, actually, I don't have a father anymore, but I have a father figure. Okay. But I would say he would meet my siblings first. Maybe my brother, because that's the closest, yeah. Okay. My brother, not even my sister, because my sister has this, she can just, looking at somebody, she can rate you and tell you something about. So I would prefer he meets my sibling first, my brother.
Before the,
my...
that's like your own process of getting to meet the parents.
Yes.
You start with the siblings, and then you can advance.
But you saying meeting your sister is kind of diplomatic person, if I'm not mistaken, that she's a disciplined person. But meeting her at first, like what he said earlier, first impression lasts longer. The impression I make with her, she will actually like it. Yes.
The impression you make with my
before you guys get to that point, there is a question I wanted to ask.
Okay.
If it's a dating relationship, you don't think there is need to introduce your boyfriend to your parents, except
We are ready
things
to tie
have
the
gone
knot, actually.
towards marriage. Why will that be?
Okay, I don't want to say talk. I don't want to mention this thing of about and everybody will eat, everybody will be served breakfast.
Everybody
That
with
is
their
it.
breakfast.
Yes,
The time is just
but the
different.
point is, you don't want to get to that point where you're already into this person, and at the end of everything, you get to that point where you're ready to take a bigger step, and somebody is saying it's not going to be possible.
But
Maybe a factor is now going to be the one that will hold you down. I just feel when it is just about dating, let's just date and let's look for those factors that we think can actually hold it together, a strong ground. Then we can, okay, fine, let me meet your parents. But don't, when we are dating, I think
sorry,
it's
can I ask one question?
Don't put the
Okay.
pressure on
You're saying dating. What's the basic foundation of the dating? Do you have plans for each other before you go into dating? Because at least you will have been friends before you started dating each other.
Okay.
So you will have known, okay, this is what this person have for me. This is what I
But
want
most
for this
of the
person.
times, we don't have to become, okay, when you say friends, are you talking about like 6 months, a year friendship?
But I can't just meet you today and I just ask you out and you tell me yes. It's not
When
possible.
you're dating,
Of course, it will be like probably a week. Is that what you're trying
If
to
not
say? Is
more
that the
than.
friendship? Okay, like a month.
Yes.
Then you've known me. You think you've known
You
me, and okay,
no. I'm not saying I've known all about you.
fine. Of
What
course,
I'm
not all.
saying is you at least forced to be friends with each other for like maybe 6 months. Then now it's okay. I think I can actually go further with this person due to her character and some other things you've seen in her. That's when you can say, okay, let me push further by dating this person, because basic foundation of dating is most dates lead to marriage, while some don't lead to marriage.
Okay, but
it's a win-win race.
It is expected to lead to marriage. Okay.
Yes, it's expected to lead to marriage.
Okay.
But I am saying, do not put that pressure on me.
Okay, now talking about
I
pressure,
don't want
let me
it.
ask you this pertinent question. When is the appropriate time to meet one's parents when you're dating? Do you have a particular time attached to it, or a length of time that you must have known this person before you can? What determines what time? What is the appropriate time to meet one's parents?
Okay, personally, just like you mentioned, you've known this person, and okay, you have plans already. Fine. At this stage, I'm not expected to go into any unprofitable or unproductive relationship, actually. So we know what we're doing. We know this is where we are going. How many years do we want to date? Then what year do we want to take the next step? Fine. If we have decided that this is what we are doing, then let's stick to it. Don't come in 6 months into it or 1 year and you're saying meet my parents. If we said we are dating for 2 or a year, then let it be.
Oh,
By
you
the time
date
we're
for
ready,
2 years. You have
I
to
mean,
stick
if
to
we-
that 2 years, and then you say,
stick
let's
to
meet
it.
my parents.
Let's stick to it. I am not in
so
for 6 months.
Are you
and you're
saying
like, can you
after
meet?
2
I am
years?
not going to
Are you
meet.
not saying after 2 years that's when I can actually meet your parent?
Yes.
So wait,
if
hold
we have
on,
decided,
hold
if
on.
it's our decision, let
Hold
it
on.
just be.
So how do you get the opportunity to know this person's background if you have to date somebody for a year, 2, and then you don't meet the person's family? How would you be able to ascertain if this person is genuine, if this person is someone that can, protect me or something? You just date the person without meeting the parents.
Well, meeting this the family or meeting the parents, I think you can know a lot of things about this person without having to go through I've experienced some of my friends. I follow them to their family. Okay, my friend's boyfriend, we attend their family's party or event or get together. But it doesn't mean that this is, there are 2 different situations. This is not about them. We went there because, okay, there's an event and we went to just celebrate with them. And so, okay, so this is that, okay.
But
Like,
do you know that
even looking,
at that moment, the parents will not notice that, okay, this is the person.
that is the point. The point is not for
That's
them
not
to
me.
notice.
No, okay, let me
the
get.
focus
That's
is
not
not
me too.
on
I'm
me.
getting. I'm
The
trying
focus
to
is me
get
getting
something
to know
That's not
what
me
is
too.
going on.
from what you're saying now. I guess your point is the meeting doesn't have to be so formal.
Exactly.
It could just be a passive way of, that's my girlfriend.
That's my girlfriend.
But this is
But
Africa.
I can
Hold
actually
on,
show like
hold
10
on.
girlfriends. I'm just, okay, that's my girlfriend.
Then
That's
go
my
ahead
girlfriend.
and
That's my
show.
girlfriend.
Hold on. This is Africa.
Okay.
And parents, usually when you say, that's my girlfriend, they want to like, why don't you let her come greet us? And when you don't do the greeting, they begin to see you as someone who's saucy
Rude.
or rude. So don't you think it is wise that, okay, I'm dating this person. Let me know what background. Who are his parents? Are they drug addicts? Are they Christians? Are they this?
Do you know,
that?
another
Beyond
thing is,
the things you
another
hear him
thing
tell
is
you.
parents,
Don't you think
parents,
that's-
they do, when you introduce, okay, this is a person I'm dating, they want to know the religion, the tribe she's coming from,
Okay.
Everything about the family, the taboo in their family, the do's and don'ts in their family. So even when they're doing it, some people say, no, don't go to this area because what they are doing in this house is not what we are doing. A typical example is like me, Yoruba, bringing maybe a lady from Zamfara. My parents will tell me, don't go there. Because
of difference in orientation.
Difference in orientation,
Okay.
difference in the background, and some other things. Why can't you just look around and see someone better
In
that
your
you can
comfort
actually,
zone.
yes,
Where
your
you can
comfort
speak the same
where you
language.
can speak the same
people
language.
do that a lot.
The
The world is actually diversifying. We could go as far as getting married to people even away from our country and all that. It is good. But the thing is, most parents are rigid in, confining you to a particular zone.
Yes.
To like marry by reason of trust, by reason of distance, and by reason of what? Cultural orientation.
orientation.
So sorry, before you continue, I would like to answer that question. How will I know about the background? First of all, my partner is a perfect example of who the home is. My partner, if my partner, at least
you said he's a
personally,
perfect of
I said example of what the home is.
what the home
Yes.
is. Okay, fine.
If
I hold that statement. Continue.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
If my partner, if it's good enough, as far as I'm concerned, with all the standard that I have, at least be a Christian, know God, love God, be a believer, be of the same faith with me. So if you are, then
A practical believer.
yes. So I believe that is the same. If you're from that home, if you're meeting up with that standard, then your home should be like that. And so I can actually get to know that, okay, this is how, even with the way someone talks, we can actually pick up some point that, okay, this is how he was raised. This is his own orientation. These are the things that needs to be changed. These are the part that needs to be worked on. So when you now say, and it has to be, I don't want that pressure. You can't just say, Miss, don't even introduce if it's possible. We are there. That's how I will go with my friends. My friends are there. Oh, good morning. Yes, ma'am. These are my friends. Fine. Let it be like that.
It doesn't
So that-
have to be official.
It doesn't have to be.
Okay?
I don't want that
like you're
pressure.
getting married the next,
Yes.
day or the next
Yes,
few
let me tell you,
months.
there's something you don't know about women
Well,
or
you see,
ladies.
the beauty of this program is when we, as young people, sit down together and then we discuss things like this that are pertinent to our lives. A lot of other young people get to learn from it.
Yes.
Today we are revealing a lot. There are certain young people who might want to be introduced to the parents of who they're dating like 6 months or almost immediately. Before I date you, I need to know what family you're coming from.
Yes.
I need to know
I need to
who's
know
your
your
father.
background.
I need to know if you're a Christian or your home is a true Christian home. I need to know all that. And then there are some that feel like, hey, the moment you begin to tell me meet my parents, it's as if you're putting the idea of marriage in my head.
That's it.
Immediately. And then most people just want to take it
Okay.
one step
At a time.
at a time. One step at a time. And then the moment you begin to push the idea of meet my parents, like you scare them. Some of them could just withdraw. Because we are dealing with different kind of people, we can actually, bring our different opinions, and at the end of the day, somebody is learning something from it. Now, having said that, I want to say, what should the aim of meeting the parents be?
Right. At that point that we know that we are ready. We are very sure that, okay, I want to meet your parents. We've agreed.
Okay.
The aim is just meet them. This is who I'm getting married to. That is it. That's the aim. You just want them to meet the person you're spending the rest of your life with.
Okay.
I mean, the rest of my life. Okay, daddy, mommy, meet the person I'm spending the rest
Oh, my life.
of my life.
Okay, let me hear from you. Is that the same for you?
Well, it's actually the same, boy, bit different.
Okay, please talk to us about it.
Thank you. Meeting my parents at first, fine, it's a way of committing myself to you that, okay, I love you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. But on the long run, if you actually show your true character, you get? If you actually show your true character, it can actually make my parents to force you on me. I don't know if you get. Some parents will be saying, okay, we've known her, you've introduced her to us,
Okay.
and she's a good girl, she's this, she's that. But they've seen her in the sitting room,
Show
not in
your
the
true
bedroom.
character.
You get? Not in the bedroom. They've seen her
By
physically.
saying they've seen her in the sitting room and not in the bedroom,
Bedroom.
you're trying to say they have
The-
seen the
seen
surface,
surface
part of her,
part of her.
and then the time you have spent
Spend
with her,
with
you've
her
seen more than they would have seen.
Yes. And
to begin to.
when they have little after getting married, when they have little misunderstanding, the statement will be, if not for your parent that said I should marry you. What is that?
Well, I don't think if at all that kind of situation would happen, why would they, because of what they have seen? Every parent is always after their sons or their daughters' happiness. That is one. And another thing is, most of these things that these parents are holding on to, it is what you've told them about the guy.
Or what
Personally,
you've told them about the girl.
about the girl.
Okay.
Personally, if I take any guy home today, they just believe it's the best and the right choice. Because they know I don't venture into, I have never taken any. In my home, they tell you, don't bring anybody if you know you are not going to. Because once you bring that person, you are not bringing another person home.
So parents.
So
need to trust-
even if the person is doing what is wrong to you, and you still fall back to that statement that don't bring another person back home.
I think that is what he's about to say.
Let me
that you
comment.
should be trusted.
Hold on. So you mean parents should trust their children's judgment,
Exactly.
and you must have built this over time that your parents can actually trust your
And
decision.
because you will have the right
you
judgment,
bring
actually.
someone home, and then at that point they know you're ready for marriage. Now let me ask this question very, very quickly. Who should initiate, like, this is the time to meet my parents? Who should do that move? Who should make that move?
The ladies, of course.
What?
The lady should make the move.
Okay, let me go and meet your parents.
Why
To
would
know
you say that?
To know how committed you are, how serious
Okay, I
you
should
are.
tell you that this time, okay, baby, let's go and meet my parents.
No,
Is that what you're saying?
let me hear from him.
Yeah,
What would make you think that the lady should initiate meeting the parent?
To show how committed I am in her. She will tell me, okay, can you come and meet my parents? And that will actually give me a upper hand to know that, okay, I'm the only one
Okay.
for her.
Wow. It will give you that assurance.
Yes.
It won't give you any idea like she's trying to lure you into marriage on time. It wouldn't.
No.
Okay. So who should?
The guy, of course.
Why would you say that?
Did the Bible not say the men are they not the head? Yes, now husband is the head of the home. So if you're ready to become that husband, then take the lead. Tell me to take you home, or probably you tell me to come and meet your parents. It's that simple.
Oh, he can either tell you, take me to your parents.
Yeah.
Or he tells you, let me take you to my parents. Oh, but the part of the Bible, is it that part that says, for a man shall leave his father and his mother and be joined to his wife? Which means, in a way, it's telling us to make the move. Now, when God has positioned us as head, because we are men, according to the Bible, he has told us, he has already laid it out for us to make the first move. So I don't think it is out of place for a guy to say, hey, when are you taking me to your parents? But your point is highly noted, because there are some people that feel the woman should make the move.
Yes.
Give me the assurance that it is time,
It is time.
to meet your parents. Because there are people whose behaviors will tell you that, hey, I'm not ready for the
I'm
meeting.
not ready for this.
Nobody's
And
ever ready.
there are
especially
times
females.
that people actually need the assurance. And because this is hot button where we have different opinions, you can't take any opinion for granted. It might be ideal to say, hey, as a guy, as a head, let me take you. But if you look at it, there are people who want to get that assurance before. So what he is saying is, yes, I should take you, but give me that assurance
first.
Give me the reason to believe that I should take you.
you.
And then when we do this, it means we are all working together towards a positive goal. Having said that, if your girl tells you, come meet my parents, And like she said, maybe when I'm not expecting it. But when you're not expecting it, does that put pressure on you, or it gives you an ample space to say, wow, this is a good opportunity, let me capitalize
It gives
on
me a
it?
good opportunity.
Wow.
Why?
Tell us
Because
about it.
I'll actually be my normal self.
Really?
Yes. I will dress the normal way I would dress. I'm a guy. Okay, barb my hair, look nice, look neat. Go there, as Yoruba, you prostrate. You greet the father and the mother in a polite way.
So you think that's all that is there?
It's not
Do
pressure.
you know
Even,
that?
even during the conversation, if the father is a lively person, you can actually engage yourself in the discussion that you discuss to length.
Okay.
That's where they will
hold
know
your
the
thoughts
plan
there.
for their daughter. Your plan for their daughter.
From
So
what
that's
you're
where-
saying, you're looking at things that can be done when you get to that point of visiting.
Yes.
Now, are there things specifically that you shouldn't do, and then specific things that you should do when you meet a partner's parents?
Okay, things that should be done and not
Yes,
to
like
be done.
when you're going, what attitude? The dressing, the
you,
behavior,
you need to dress nice,
food.
dress corporate.
Okay.
You can wear buba and trouser, you be corporate. You can wear shirt and trouser, dress corporate, look neat. That's number one. Number two, even if the lady is the last born, don't go empty-handed.
Don't go empty-handed. You
Yes.
go. What do you mean
Even
by don't go
if
empty-handed?
she's the last born,
You have something in your hand. Like what exactly?
buy a gift.
Oh, great. Okay.
Either you can buy for both, if the
Parents.
father and the mother.
Okay.
You can buy something like wine, juice, and the likes along. Then number three, when you get there, don't be the first to initiate discussion. Let them start the discussion first.
Okay. And what
Then
about food?
don't be too forward.
Okay, let me hear from your side. Are there do's and don'ts when you're visiting your boyfriend's house? What should you do and what shouldn't you do?
All right. When you visit a partner's parents, you don't. You first of all, you have this mindset that it is not just all about them; it's also about you.
Okay.
So you're not doing almost everything to please them. You try as much as possible not to lose yourself, because most
Okay.
of the time we try to compose ourselves and do so many things just to please them and put out the good impression about us.
And you begin
But
to pass the wrong
yes,
information.
and you
Okay.
begin to pass the wrong information. You that you're a lively person, you are here, there, everywhere, because you want them to be, you're a good girl, and I'm like, yes, ma, yes,
So you
ma,
just
yes.
have to be yourself.
Yes, you try as much as possible not to be pretentious.
Okay.
I think that is just it.
Okay.
Be you, be real, and be good to them, smile often, and let them just know that you're here for business. Not for jokes. You're not here
And
to play around.
One other
with that
part
one.
that strikes that a lot of people fall easily to is food. Some people love food so much that you get to meet your partner's parents and they give you food, you serve everything.
Yes. When it comes to that food,
And everything served you, you just wallop it all up.
when it comes to that food,
Okay.
seriously, for me, first meeting, I don't think I will eat. That's for me.
Wouldn't that pass a wrong message? If they prepare a dinner for you, you're coming and then you come to the table and say you don't want to eat?
I will just tell them, sorry, ma, I've eaten before I come around.
It's not an impromptu visit.
Exactly. You're
It's a visit
ready
you have
for it.
prepared for.
Yeah,
and then
prepare
there is
for it.
dinner.
At least.
And then you say you're going to sit
you
on that
eating,
dining
you
and
at
not
first,
eat.
you eating everything, they'll be like, this person is an ever shopper.
What if you
What
have to
about
pass the
moderate?
night?
Pass the night.
Yes, now.
The first time,
Yeah.
no. The best is to rent an hotel.
For both of you, or just the individual who's visiting?
I can sleep in a hotel,
I think
nearby
it-
hotel.
His
not
point
sleeping
is
in your
not out of
parents.
place.
Yes.
Because if you switch the table, if I take a girl to meet my parents, if I have sisters and she wants to stay with my sisters, fine. But if she says, I don't want to pass the night in your family house the first day I visit, and there are some parents that are very particular about that, don't sleep there. No matter how late, make sure you return home. She can return.
Or
Do
you sleep in
understand?
nearby hotel.
And then there are people that could say, well, it's okay. You have sisters. Let me sleep over. So it depends on what the circumstances are before you can actually make that decision whether you want to sleep. But about food, I think we shouldn't miss that point. When it is food and you are served by your partner's parents, the first the first thing to do to earn their trust is to have a taste of that food. And not just have a taste, give it good compliments, and then you earn their trust from that day. A lot of young people miss it. You eat, and then they just go 1, 2, 3, and then they say, I'm done. You don't want to give the impression that you eat too much. But eat that food, relish it, but just don't eat too much. Just be moderate so you can communicate the right message to them. Now, our final question. How then should meeting a partner's parents be handled?
Well, I think we've all said it, but in summary, it should just be handled specially, because it's not a random thing. It's not in just anything that we do on a daily basis. So, and just like you said at the intro, we have just one time to once to give the right impression or the first impression. So just be ready for it, be prepared, and know that this is all about you and them. So you don't want to go there and make yourself look like you're here to just see them, and not because there is a reason or forgetting the aim that you're there. So meeting them should be formal. We've said that, yes, official, all preparation put in place. Yeah.
Okay.
I would say meeting them, yes, you need to be prepared. And then she's saying formal. The first meeting should not be too formal like that.
Okay.
Because that's where to give room for conversation between you and the parent. You know, that's where they will know your intention. You open up to them, you see them as your father and some other things. That's where you can actually talk to length. And the second meeting will be formal, where you bring your people, kids, come and know. But should be handled in a special way.
Okay.
You need to get prepared, because there are some questions, some fathers of nowadays, you don't know where they can bring their question from. So you need to be prepared for the questions. So
parents are good stewards to their children. They are the ones who have seen it all before we came. They are the ones who guided and gave us the right orientation while we were growing up. Ephesians chapter 6 verse 1 says, honor your father and mother, that your days may be long. So, taking our partners to meet our parents is not out of place, but there is a way to go about it. And I'm sure you've heard quite a number of things from here today. For all that we couldn't say, please do well to learn from the Bible what it says about relationship, so that when you're meeting your partner's parents, you exude the right attitude, the right character, and the right personality. It's on this note that we leave you on the program today. It's been Hot Button. We hope to see you again same time next week. God bless you.